I'm sharing my screen. Someone please confirm. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So just to recap the previous session in a quick way. So in previous session we were discussed about the in previous sessions we were discussed ASAP methodology. What is ASAP methodology and how the project will get kick-started and what and all will be there, and each step what we were doing, like how we will gather the information. So where the realization phase, what we will do it in a realization phase. So what we do in a blueprint, final preparation. So we were discussing about yesterday, and we were start with at the discussion of final preparation. So project preparation, we will get to know how it will be prepared, and business blueprint. What does it? Business blueprint means you can able to answer and see whatever I will explain. You can even simplify your with your own notes. So if I'm explaining for lengthy thing or shorter or this one, so you can do your own homework and you can write down your answer in simplest way how you can able to remember it. So you can make your own notes too. So if it is my answer is explanation is too lengthy, you can truncate to that, like in 2 3 lines, like how well you can able to remember that what is business blueprint means. You can define in your own way and you can write down as per your understanding. That will help you to remember, and it will even more easier to explain for interviews. So it's not always like copy to copy, like whatever I say you need to stick to the same thing. No, it's not like that. You can based on your understanding you can write down your notes like in a simpler way. So that will be helpful for you. Okay, yeah. uh, let's not deviate. So project preparation we understood, business blueprint we understood, realization we understood what and all we'll do in a realization, and final preparation also we have understood. So now we were pending with the go live, and go live and pre go live also it will be there. It's not shown in anywhere, but we will do some cross checks and all. Go live and pre go live. So we will understand go live and pre go live. So for that I just taken some of the information. Okay, so let us understand uh, go live and pre go live. Go live, pre go live means before going to the live, what and all the basic checks we need to take care. After go live, what we will do. So before go live, after go live, after the final preparation. See, final preparation itself will take care everything, but even though final preparation once done also, we will thoroughly one more time will cross check, that called a pre go live. So we will take care of all the things in final preparation. It's a safer check for safety check for the another round of check. We will take care of the pre go live. So what and all will come in a pre go live? Just have a high level look. Okay. So here in the pre go live activities, so cutover planning. So cutover planning means define detailed cutover steps, data migration and system switchover, assign roles and responsibilities, schedule downtime or blackout periods if needed. So which means that, so cutover planning. So pre go live cutover planning we need to take care means, so we need to cross check all these things before going live. So I already covered up these topics, but let me cover in detail. Okay. So here pre go live activities we'll just cross check that cutover planning. So what we will cross check here, enabled 1 minute. Okay, so we were thinking about cutover activities, right? Excuse me. So pre-live, pre-go live. So pre-go live, the cutover activity define data migration, assign roles and responsibilities, schedule downtime or block time, which means that we are just cross-checking that the mandatory activities has been taken care or not in the previous steps. So data migration system switchover means, so before coming to this SAP system, so now we are coming to SAP. See, before, after, right? Before, after. So before coming to SAP, they might be using different systems like Tally, JD Edwards, whatever it may be, whatever whatever the application. So they will be having existing data, right? So if they're coming today in SAP, if they're planning to come SAP in this year, if they're planning to come in SAP in 2025, their business might be in a since from 1992 till date also, right? So till date they were having some data into their existing systems. So those related data and everything we need to migrate into our SAP. So that is called migration project, kind of, data migration and all we need to do. It's a part of activity in implementation, data migration. Data migration also one of the biggest topics, apart from the configurations also. See, implementation is not only about configuration. So implementation is the configurations you need to take care, and also the existing system legacy data, legacy system. We call it as the before systems, what we call it legacy systems. Legacy systems. We call it as a legacy systems. Legacy systems means, see, there is a technical name. The previous legacy system in SAP world means the previous systems. The previous systems are client used, or else let's say our previous systems used by client. Previous system used by clients. So legacy system is previous systems. So from this previous systems, we need to bring the data. We need to migrate the data. Data migration. Okay. Devi, we have not covered much. We were just discussed about the previous session's topic, and we have just started. What is the pre-go live activities? We have just started the class. We're discussing about pre-go live activities and cutover planning. What are the cutover planning and all we're discussing. Okay. So please
Okay.
try to join 5 minutes early. So you can join and wait in the lobby. So for everyone, I'm requesting, because otherwise you may need to look for a recording session. So try to join 5 minutes early. So I'll join sharp 7:30 and I'll admit everyone. Okay. So or else I'll give option to without waiting to get into the call. From next month onwards, I'll give that option. Okay. Yeah. So let's not deviate. So we're discussing legacy system data, right? So before coming into SAP, our client will have the previous systems. In their systems will be having a lot of data, right? Either transactional data, master data will have. These two data will have transactional data, master data. If any interviewer asks you question, again I'm explaining one more question for interview here. So they will ask you a question, have you worked on the data migration project? So if you are in implementation, so have you worked on data migration? So that time you should not get confused. The data migration is nothing but we are bringing that the old transactional data and old master data into our SAP, into our SAP. So similarly, if suppose I'm rented in one house in Bangalore, if I take another house for rent, I'm shifting means I need to carry certain things with me, right? So which means that everywhere I go for a rent, I'll not do the things like, I'll not purchase all the material, all the home appliances. Whatever is there with me in the previous house, I'll carry with me. Similarly, the transactional data is important, right? For their business data, master data and transactional data. Data is everything in current world. Even if they wanted to showcase for auditors tomorrow, Suppose they were coming to the SAP 2025 year, and some auditor will come. So they may somebody raise some bribe complaint or some compliance issues, whatever the reason somebody raise complaint and against our company means. If auditor comes, if you're in SAP system, if they ask us to validate their books of records and everything, so are we able to tell that we are in a new system? We don't have any data for previous history. We cannot say like that, right? So we cannot tell that this is a new application we started. We don't have any data. Hardly we have 1 year data. So which means that the officials cannot be able to, auditors cannot be able to validate the company's profile or company's financial bank statements, P&Ls and everything for past years. So that is the reason. So even though still they will have the legacy systems, once moved to the SAP also, they will maintain legacy systems for 1 or 2 years as a backup, at a safer side. So once SAP everything is running successfully smooth for 1 or 2 years, then they will deactivate, or then they will de-implement, or then they will not cancel the applications to not to carry forward. So that is auditing purpose related and business perspective analysis and reporting perspective. In future, so many complications will come, including those things in our mind. So SAP need and company need to migrate the existing legacy system data also into SAP. Before we are go live, we have to upload all the data from the legacy systems. So that we call it as a data migration. So people will ask, okay, if you worked on a data migration, what kind of data you have migrated? So there will be only two data. See, configuration data we cannot migrate. So that in a rollout project, as I explained, once we implemented the another company code also for same company code, if your implementation doing means, we'll copy the configurations. Okay, this is data migration. So data migration means when we are coming in a first time into the SAP industry, SAP application, when there is a previous legacy systems are there, lot of data will be there. We are copying that or we are uploading. So for uploading data migration, that is a very big topics. So that will not come into the course. So still I'm explaining theoretically here. So we will upload the transactional data and master data. Transactional data means the accounting entries. Master data means whatever they have assets, current assets, fixed assets, machineries, buildings, or they're like a staff salaries paid, like employee data, or whatever there is companies related balance sheet P&L. So whatever the data, it may be those master data will be carried. Two data. Transactional data means accounting entries. Master data means they related some kind of information. Their employees data, it's a master data. Their assets data, master data. There any loans informations, loans are there, bank accounts, what the bank accounts they maintain, all this master data we will upload into SAP before go live. Before hitting to the go live, whether all this data has been we are migrated or not, we need to cross check. That is what the data migration or system switchover. So cutover planning, this is the point which we are talking about, the data migration pre go live. Okay, so once this we will be validated. Okay, so once the data is migrated, it will be previous data also into the SAP, then we are good. So next, so why this needed means, if suppose we are going live on, suppose see, if they're following calendar year Jan to December their financial year. Okay, so then now we are in September month. If you are in September month, if you go live in SAP as a September month, so you will be having how many months data? 4 months data. With this 4 month in SAP, you will be having 4 months data. If you don't migrate the data, what will happen? Impact I'm telling you. If you don't migrate the data, so in SAP, the go live system will happen in September month, September, October, November, December. The 4 months data you will be capturing all the entries, right? You're capturing all the accounting entries in SAP for this 4 months. End of the year, suppose end of the year, you need to prepare the balance sheet, right? You need to prepare the balance sheet. You need to prepare the balance sheet means with the 4 months you can able to complete the balance sheet to submit for audit office. Is it
No, sir.
possible, guys? No, right? Will they accept?
No, sir.
No.
Then if you want to showcase 12 years data into the balance sheet in SAP, you need to prepare 12 years balance sheet. So then how do you able to fulfill the 12 years data?
You need to transfer old data to systems.
Yeah, that is the reason every legacy system data, everything we need to migrate it to SAP. So even though if you're in Jan to December also, still we need the data to migrate. Every single, like, they will decide how many years data need to be migrate. How many years data required to migrate. Is it all their, if 10 years old in their legacy systems, all 10 years data need to migrate or 5 years data need to migrate? That client will decide. We will not decide. That is their risk. If suppose Reliance is a 25 years industry, if they want to carry forward 25 years data, I don't think so, like, 25 years data, old data, whether it's required or not. If they decided 5 years data is enough for me to migrate for SAP, then we'll migrate only 5 years transactional data. Master data will migrate. Transactional data, how many years they wanted, those many years we will be migrated. So this is the importance of data migration before going live. So we have to migrate the data into SAP for remaining, previous all the things, so that we will have the remaining 8 months data also into the SAP. Overall 12 months we can prepare the balance sheet, P&L, whatever the reports they want to look, and even they want to see the 5 years expense report. If suppose management required to validate the 5 years expense report, so if you don't migrate, how they will able to validate the 5 years expense report? So where we are spending more cost, they wanted to analyze the reports from past 5 years, 10 years, like that. So if you don't migrate the data, they will not be having a data in SAP. So the data is very important for companies. So that is the reason we are doing the data migration. Okay, let's move on to the next topic: assigning roles and responsibilities. So assigning roles and responsibilities means it's not related like a, see, in SAP, once you become a consultant, if any word comes like a roles and responsibilities, assigning roles means, do not think about that or a manager or a technical lead or a team lead or no, we are not talking about that roles. The roles means SAP security. SAP security model. We have SAP security model, right? So these people, once they, while they're implementing, lot of single roles will be there. Roles type, like, it's not a FI subject. I'm explaining you security subject. Single role, composite role, specific authority roles, like, different roles will be there. So in this single role means we'll have certain, we'll have some accounting entry, posting transactions, accounting entry, posting transaction, um, access. If suppose, I'll show you. So if suppose, so I want to post the purchase entry. So I want to post vendor invoice means, so F-43, I need access. This is F-43 is one T code. So like this, in single role, only for AP people, they might have added F-43 posting and F-02 transaction, also GL posting, like that, F-53, F110 and FBL1N, like this, whatever related AP roles, all related, all the transaction codes, including, they will create one single role. The role access, if they create a single role with some, suppose AP, GL, like this, maybe they will create a role. So they will assign this role to users who need access, users, end user access, end user access. Like this composite role means APGL or ARGL or treasury. Like this, they can all three together, all three roles, multiple single roles assigning to one role means that's a composite role. Composite role. This is pure technical. You need not to worry. Just for your general knowledge, I'm explaining. So like this, roles will be there. These are all roles. Based on roles, if you join for any company, certain access you need to get. Even if you go for a banking system, the clerk will have separate access, the manager will have separate access. Like a teller mission, who is when you go for a cash deposit, check withdrawal, that person will have separate access. Like that accesses, we need to make sure before go live, we need to identify across all the end user teams. End user teams, by this time we will be identified, but make sure we need to cross check all the end user people got the access or not, all the roles are assigned or not. After going live, if end users not able to access their transaction codes, if they're not able to post invoices, the entire work will be pile up. If one day transactional activity is not posted, means it's a huge impact for a company, right? If the payments is not able to process, if they're not able to enter invoice, if they're not able to make payment, if not able to clear the treasury things, so like that it will be an issue. Even one day if it didn't work also, it will be an issue. That is why make sure the mock trial will do before go live. The pre go live, what we will do, we'll ask them to cross check the access for all the given T codes and all, just to cross check them. Make sure we will validate whether they got the credentials or not, they have a access or not. And the scheduled downtime and backout, it's a pure technical, you need not to worry. So we need to manage the systems whether it is running perfectly or not before go live. So this is a cutover planning, means so many things will come. This is high level cutover planning I'm explaining. Okay. So then final test. Final test means this we already. So UAT testing means, see, we will do the development level, we will do the unit test, we'll move to quality. In quality, QA team will test, then we'll move to pre-production. In pre-production or quality, the business users will do the user acceptance test. It's everything is done. But to make sure one more time, we will cross-check with all the business users, is that everything is working fine in a pre-production, and are we good to go? Are we good to go? Like that, again, we will cross check with all the business processes to take care one more time, whatever the process we are implemented. You have still have any process doubt, you can just cross check in your lower level system, pre-production, just post exercise one more time. Like that, we will ask one more time as a final testing. And perform system integration and perform testing. Means system integration testing means you will come to know in further classes between the modules like FIMM, FI module working with the sales department model, FI module will work with the material management model, FI module will work with the production planning model. Like that, if we implemented any integration systems, if I said we need to test FI said related one, SD said we need to test SD said related, whether make sure the integrations are working or not, we need to cross check. Because if you do the billing in SD, the accounting document automatically will generate and post it into an RFI. That configurations will set up. So those things are working or not. After moving to production, if they will generate the billing, but accounting document will not generate, means we will not having the accounting entry. So we'll be having a problem. Like that, if they in person, if create a purchase order, using purchase order, if you post an invoice, whether the purchase orders are able to create or not, using purchase orders we are not able to post or not, like when we receive a goods receipt, the automatic entries are happening or not. Like the system integration also, we'll thoroughly check all the integrations, whatever we configured, is it up to date, all the TRs are there or not in the sequence, all the data is keeping it or not, everything we are moving it to go production or not, or we moved or not, we need to check before go live. We will whether every single integration we move to production or not, we need to cross check in a production. So then validate migration and reconciliation. So that is what, so we need to validate that again, all the data whether we migrated or not. And also reconciliation means the entries, some kind of a checklist will be there, all we need to cross check. So and finally stakeholder sign off. Stakeholder sign off means the Reliance side, whoever will be there, high level employee who is responsible for the entire implementation into SAP, whoever is responsible person and who is the authorized person to give sign off to proceed for go live. Without sign off, if you go for a go live, what will happen? If anything went wrong, entire system will get crash or something will not work, here and there will come that it will not go smooth. So after taking a stakeholder sign off only, we need to proceed for go live. This stakeholder will not give sign off as just like that, like as simple as he will not give. He will cross check with key users, he will cross check with his own in-house consultants, he will cross check with all our team members, all our developers, with our Infosys managers, and they will take entire 1 or 2 days sessions. So what and all we developed, what and all we moved till go live, so everything is everything is working fine, there is no issues, these things and all, everything they will have a detailed discussion on the implementation things, whatever we done. Once the stakeholder are happy with the thing, once they believe our presentation and everything, then they will confirm to proceed for a sign up for a go live. So the stakeholder has to believe that every entire system is set up completely and it is done. Then only they will provide you a confirmation of the go live related sign off. Okay, so that is what the confirmation solution scope and readiness with business owners. Confirmation solution scope and readiness with business owners. So here business owners, who is business owners here? So he is stakeholder. Business owners means the end users are working, right? For OTC tower lead will be there, like entire P2P cycle one lead will be taken care, entire SD one lead will taken care. So every module will have a higher level managers, right? So end user will post activity team lead manager, second level manager, and regional manager, and area this country managers, and all countries together one high level head will be there for P2P. So suppose take HR department. So for your project HR will be there, right? For your Bangalore HR will be there. For entire Bangalore related one HR, or else entire state level HR or entire country level HR will be there. And similarly, if your company has in a multiple locations, the high level HR. So in HRs only there are a lot of level. Who is the highest level of HR? Those are the stakeholders, we can call it. Who is the business owners means if you are implementing for entire business, entire Bangalore related employees data means, so Bangalore head, who is the Bangalore, maybe 10 places will be having an offices, 10 places altogether, one HR will be leading. He or she is the owner for a Bangalore HR department, like that. Who is the business owners? They will be knowing end to end what's happening. So business owners also need to give a approval. They will check with the business owners, and then they will give the stakeholder confirmation. Get from approval for go and no go decision. So based on that, they will take a decision whether we need to proceed for a go live or not to go live. They will take a decision. So training and communication. So as I told you, so training and communication. So the consultant work in implementation is not only to do the implementation parallelly. So while we are doing config testing, all these things parallelly, see sometimes they will keep a separate 1 or 2 consultant to prepare the training content to give the trainings, or else sometimes the person who is responsible for the area, if suppose I am the person taking care of entire AP, I need to prepare entire AP related the training content, and I need to give the training to the end users. If suppose I worked some part in AP, some part in asset, some part in banking means, whatever the parts I implemented, I need to prepare and I need to share it to the respective person. So like that, we need to prepare the training document, and we need to give the training to the end users. We need to give the training to the end users. These are the activities will come. These are the process there in this project. This is how you need to do the testing, or this is how you need to perform the activities. These high level will give training to the business owners, and business owners and super users will be there. You might have heard who are working in already in end user SAP or any other Oracle XYZ. Super users means on group of suppose like suppose like a EMEA project, some US project they will call, some Australia project, Canada project, like that they will call. For Canada P2P team in Bangalore, we might have a project like working in a shift, 100 end users might posting invoices. For 100 users, one super user will be there who knows everything end to end process. For them we will give the training high level. and or else if they wanted to give us for already entire end user team, we'll take in one call, random call, and we'll give it. Otherwise, the key users will explain everything. They will give KT to the our end users. That is how, sir, non BPO projects are there, right? If you join for any project, for end users also will go for 1 week or 15 days for a training purpose for a on-site. That is the reason they will go for a on-site. Once we got a invoice posting project for Accenture, suppose, then if somebody want to the invoice posting team, they will take the senior, like who has 8 years experience already in SAP, who will have experience to posting invoices. They will pick for 1 or 2 members, they will send it to the onsite. The key user will explain everything related to the implementation, what are the business process. He will take it and he will come back to Bangalore, and then he will give it to his team member KT, like that. So that is what the KT, this training session. See, every single point have a very depth of workload, and it's too much content we have. But as much as possible, I'm trying to explain in high level and a simpler way. Okay, see, SAP is a huge topic and it's a C. Once you understand, you learn, once you get into this market, and definitely your career will be in a success mode only. So never ending job requirements, like, always you'll have a job requirement in FICO. You need not to worry about at all. Then whether it's a AA, non-AA, like a recession, whatever it may be, if they don't take care about their accounts, they need to shut down their company. Either corona, whatever it may be, they cannot stop their accounting aspects. Either if it is a 10 members, they'll reduce it to 5 members. Then again, they'll increase to the 10 members. But time being, it may reduce the number of count, but completely we won't lose the jobs. That is the importance of this SAP FICO and finance related. The other developments they can stop if they're thinking to implement, or if suppose like how the job scarcity in a recession means, they're developing one application, they're developing one their portal means, they'll stop developing it. They'll go for existing only. Whenever time comes, they'll develop. But are they able to stop this accounting entries regular basis? Are they able to stop this SAP application? They cannot. If they stop means, how they can able to fulfill year-ending activities to showcase that for government, taxes, everything. So that is why nobody, see, you can keep it in your mind that we don't have a job scarcity for FICO or whatever the model in SAP. It may reduce number of openings, but it will not be in the same situation. So that is what training and communication, training users and support, communicating go live timelines and support channels. So the final is we are communicating go live timelines and supporting channels means, like who are taken a project, sub projects for P2P processing, auto, or so what are the projects bid by, like Infosys take care of P2P, Accenture take care of auto, or reconciliation went for IBM. That's their headache, that Reliance headache. We will not worry. That is end user activities. For consultant level, we will implementation. Once we done, we give training, it's done. The support needed means in the system technical way support we will take. End user activity we will not do at all. So end user activity consultant will never do. So when we will do, so when we are developing system we will do. Once go live is happened, we will not sit and post the entries. Please remember this. Consultant will not do the end user activity. Consultant, after go live, consultant will not sit and process the invoices. Consultant will not sit and do the payments. Consultant will not create the master data. Every respective team will take care. But we are here, consultant. If they are not able to post the entry, they will raise a ticket. Why they are not able to post? What is the issue? Then we will check in our system why he is not able to post. Is there any configuration issue? That is the only thing we will check. If configuration issue there, we will rectify and we will post one entry invoice and we'll show them now it is working. This is what the issue. Then you can go ahead. That is our work. Consultant work is to take care of the system, to config, to test, to rectify, not to take care of the end user activities. Okay, this is the pre-go live. So let's come into the go live means it's again remaining same. After going go live, migration final data, we will switch to the production. We'll activate all the interfaces and integrate whatever all the interfaces we have developed. Everything will activate. So system health check means they will validate the system performance. The performance means, like, the existing applications, it might be running properly once they coming to SAP. Though how the load is, whether sometimes, if take an example, now it's going on a trend, right? Since yesterday, in everybody WhatsApp status, yesterday is the last day for submission of ITR. Everybody hitting it to the IT portal. So till now everybody is sleeping. Yesterday all of a sudden all are wake up and everybody going. Number of, see, any server have certain capability to take the pressure. So now all of a sudden everybody hitting to the IT portal. It went for unavailable or service interrupt. It went and server is not working. Similarly, first time they are coming into the SAP, right? We don't know that how much volume is there, whether SAP is receiving it or not. So if it any like that problems will come, basis will define, because SAP also needed backend. Every single, if you made like a in description text, if you write 4 letters and if you save means backend, it will save in a SAP server database. Like one photo you click on a mobile, it will consume the data, right? And similarly for SAP servers also, they will keep it certain data like 500 GB, 5 terabyte GB, gigabytes, like that. They'll keep it the data storage also. If it is exceeding that, they need to add on the data storage also. If they're keeping only 1 GB, here it is 2 GB data, we are trying to process accounting entries means it won't save. The data issues will come. So like that, system health, this will take care by the base system, we will not take care. So performance and availability, these and all will take care by system health, will take care by base system. So confirm access and authorizations. So after go live, is anybody is having a authorization issues and all, they are able to log in or not, the given roles are working or not, they will take care. See, system related basis will take care, access related security will take care, any SD issues will come, SD will take care, like that. And once we go to go live, every respective individual teams, they will take care of their own areas. Track transaction logos, error messages, monitor user feedback and advisory behavior. So these and all will be taken care. Stakeholders, these are the go live activities. And post go live, see, pre go live, post go live. Post go live means we call it as a hypercare support. Hypercare support means, see, whenever the implementation is done and went to go live, right? We call it as a war room. The first 1 week is like almost war room. War room means, this is a pure technical word, like we'll use it. War room means everybody has to be in the same place. This war room concept we follow for most of the projects. Means war room means like in a Pune, Bangalore, or Hyderabad. So I'm explaining full real time information. Okay. So Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad. So here 10 people working, here 5 people working, here 13 people working. Suppose here Bangalore maybe 2 consultant, security, and all these people are working. So all these developers, all these 28 members has to gather in one place. All these 28 members has to sit in one place for 1 week at least. 1 week at least. Why? The reason is, if these people in Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad, for every single issue, we cannot able to schedule a call, we cannot able to get into the call. It will time consuming. In Go Live, we will not have that much time to resolve. It is a hypercare. It's like just born baby. If something is happened, immediately we need to address in the minutes, in an hour we need to resolve that issue. We will not have time to schedule the meeting to discuss one by integration. Suppose FI and SD integration issue comes, FI people is FI consultant in Pune and SD consultant in Bangalore, they need to schedule. He is maybe going outside, or he is having lunch, or he is maybe in somewhere. So it's a time consuming, so it will be impact. That is why everyone will be in a one office for at least 1 week, everybody in the same place, so that everyone will sit next together, and any issues comes, immediately they'll discuss and they'll resolve. The war room means all the location people will sit in one place. This war room concept means, if they implement, this is a war room. If not, even go live also, everyone will work from their respective location only. They will work from their respective locations, and few projects will arrange. Deloitte will follow this rule. Deloitte always will follow this rule. Deloitte will gather everybody into the one location, and they'll complete the go live session. And even they'll not set up in an office also. They'll take some corporate hotels and everything, they'll set up there and they'll do it. Corporate hotel also. That's what they'll do the things. So like this, post go live, we need to take care hyper support completely as soon as come immediately. Okay. And issues and login resolution, tracks, bugs, errors, enhancement requests, prioritization fixes, communication timeless. As I'm explaining, it's all about system issues. Anyone can raise any kind of issue. We need to address immediately. This is what the hypercare means. Hypercare will be there post go live 1 month, 2 months as per their agreement. As I said, initial of the project, if they agreed for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, they'll take care of the hypercare. Once hypercare completed, once the hypercare also completed, once hypercare completed, then the deal is end. The deal is end with Infosys. The deal is end with Infosys. Now we're done with this implementation. So this is the entire process will be followed. Like this implementation works. So after this, if Reliance wish to give support project for Infosys only, they will give. If they want to give for others, they'll give it to others. That will go for as a support project. That will go for as a support project. Then this will be an implementation. The major projects will be like implementation and support only, and sometimes a rollout. So in the market, most of the projects are implementation or support only. These two projects will be more. The rollout enhancement project and data migration project and ECC to S4HANA projects. So this is what these are the two are majorly will be having. Okay. So any doubts on this so far? Anybody has any doubts?
Sir, migration up and upgradation is same only, sir.
Yeah, migration and upgradation. See, okay, I'll tell you. Let me come to here. See, migration, upgradation. See, I'm not familiar with your name. It'll take some time for me. So who's that question?
Alish.
Alish. Okay. So migration, upgradation, right? See, upgradation can be, we call it as ECC to S4 and also upgradation. This is an implementation. So it can take implementation. Or one more way, you are already in S4 HANA version 19.9. Now we are in, this is in 2017. Version is, suppose 19 version is like this. And they will implement in 2020, they'll implement version something like 1929 like that example. This is also S4 HANA only. So and now we are in 2023. This is the latest is 2023. Suppose this is the latest version. Okay. So then this is also S4 HANA only. So the system upgradation will keep on happening. System upgradation keep on happening. This is the upgradation, because what will happen in this, the features will be, he will introducing new features. Will introducing new features, new fields. Suppose new fields. What will happen? Suppose here we are into the screen. You may add one more field. So like that, for SAP means so many processes are there. If you may, so many places you might be improving every year, every quarter, every like that, every version to version. So once we implement it, everything will be upgraded to new. Same application only, it will upgrade. Like, you know, for your phone, you will get all updates, right? So WhatsApp, take it as in a WhatsApp. WhatsApp, when first they installed, we don't have a status option. They installed, then the new version, they give a to put a status photos. And after that, they given some kind of different marketing related. We can add that catalogs also in the WhatsApp. They given that like that features. See, upgradation the same. See, upgradation can be ECC to S4 and a complete change also. This ECC also is SAP, S4 and also SAP. It can be upgradation implementation, or in S4 HANA itself, the versions keep on upgrading. Like your phone will update, right? It will ask you. Your phone will ask you, there is a new version came, let's update. If you're iPhone user, will come to know every time will receive an upgradation, like, you know, update the your version, like, you know, process that these things and all the phones will send you. So as soon as you update, your working speed will increase, or some new features will come into your phone. Your phone is existing phone only, but when you update your phone, you feel like something new and some new options we will able to use like that. Migration means you need to ask the question for the interviewer what migration is asking, SAP migration or data migration. The question also should be a different way. If he's talking about data migration, then what I explained from legacy system to SAP system, that is the migration. So SAP migration means it again take it as like ECC to S for an upgradation or migration. The questions will be it's critical. So that is the reason whenever you are attending interview, if you didn't understand the question, there is nothing wrong in asking that. Can you please repeat question and elaborate your question clearly so that I can understand and answer. So many people who are learning a course and attending for interviews, they will hesitate to ask or talk to the interviewer. So interviewer is nothing but one more human being who has experience. That's it. He has an experience. You don't have an experience. That's it. Nothing is changed. He might know few topics. Based on that, he is asking the questions, and you need to answer. He might doesn't know the topics which you know also. You might be knowing one process, but he doesn't know that process. He didn't even worked. If you take interview for that candidate also, he may fail. So that is the reason always confident is very much important when you're hitting for an interview. And you need to understand these things and all. I'll explain you once course completed. I'll give you all these tips and pros. You need not worry. So yes, Halapa. So it's a migration. It's related to data upgradation. It can be a ECC to S4 HANA. It can be a existing system, either ECC upgradation or S4 upgradation system by version. We call it as clear.
Yes, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions from others? Feel free to ask. You need not to pay for anything for asking questions. Any question like, in SAP methodology, if I ask questions, will you able to answer tomorrow? Randomly, if I pick anyone. So if you keep silent, if you don't answer tomorrow, then you're not listening properly or you're cheating yourself only. So if you do not understand topic, ask one time, two time, nothing wrong in it. I'll not hesitate to answer as long as I know the content. As much as I know, I'll try to explain everything, whatever I have in my mind. Okay. So, but asking question will improve your knowledge. So if you're asking questions, I can understand somewhat. And also if you're silent means everybody understand in well manner. So it can be both way I can think. So if no questions, then we'll move on to the next topic. Everybody clear? What is implementation? How the implementation will start? What are the phases we'll have? And how the things will work? All clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
if
sir.
you clear at least yes answer I'm
Yes.
expected.
Mm.
Yeah, because keeping silence won't help me to judge your status, like whether you understand or not. Okay, let's move on to the before going to the configurations. I just wanted to explain one more topic related tools. Tools means this ticketing tools. So when we are this is a tools for ticketing tools. Ticketing tools. So this ticketing tools, so in the implementation, in implementation, whatever the we will be working on, we are writing some topics, we are taking topics, we are writing functional specs, we are developing. Once we developing, we are doing unit test, then we were moving it to QA, then they are doing test, then we were moving it to production. So where are we tracking all this information? Did you guys get any doubt on it so far? Like just like in emails we do all these things, or any one place we do the tracking, all the activity. For one particular activity, are we tracking anywhere entire end-to-end information from the beginning of requirement or beginning of writing functional spec to or beginning of requirement to till you move to the production? That object related, do we tracking anywhere the specific information, how many times we done a write in a functional specification, what is the configuration we did, what is our TR number, whether the TR number in which system, whether the unit test is completed from our end, what is the configuration document, or what is the unit test document. I have tested, I need to make it a documentation. Where did I upload it, the test document? Then how to move that to the quality, whether it moved or not, how we can check, and how the application is tracking. So then if I move to QA, to whom I need to assign, if I need to give the work to other person, so just like that I cannot tell I move to QA, Dilip, you can take like this. I cannot tell it in a oral communication. There should be some application to track end to end. So if suppose you are raising a complaint for any your internet or TV network or your fridge or washing machine, whatever it may be, once you raise even even in normal or day-to-day regular life also, if you raise the complaint, they will give a number to you to track. So when he raised, what is the status, what is the problem, they'll write the description and everything. So with whom this ticket is, who is working right now, what is the status, whether it is resolved or not. So like that, each and every information we required, right? So to track that. The similarly, when you even either in an implementation or rollout or service project or sorry, support project, whatever the project it may be, whatever the activity you are doing in your project, there will be a dedicated tools, applications will be there, and each application will be used to track that activities, and that one number will generate. Under the number we will be having that. So one ticketing tool will be there. In this ticketing tool, we will be they will raise, see, in support project they will create the ticket and they will submit all the information. So this is what the issue, this is what the error is coming, this is the screenshot, they'll attach and they'll give. Based on the ticket number will be assigned to us, and on the ticket number we will work on the same thing. So like in detail we'll discuss tomorrow about ticketing tool. So one after the ticketing tool, then we will be getting into the actual configurations. Okay, so one last session for theoretical, just to make sure you to understand what are the ticketing tools will be there in the market. So what are the ticketing tools, how it will behave, so why we are using ticketing tool, like how to use the ticketing tool, so what is the importance and everything we'll discuss tomorrow, and we'll start the configuration if possible tomorrow class onwards. If not, from Thursday onwards, the practical configurations will be start. And the server, you can take it from Monday onwards or even little later also, that is fine, because if you take now itself, it's a monthly basis they will charge, right? So before that, why I didn't suggested so far the server is, if you take server now also, nothing to do with that, we are still in a basics only. So the day, one day lose means it's cost of money only. That is why you can take server after completion of 3-4 classes also, or else next Monday, or else the coming Monday also you can take. From the first also you can take, like, if you are from the day one class you would like to practice, you can take from Monday, or else you can take maximum before this 26th you can take, so that you don't keep classes pending for practices. So we'll start configuration tomorrow, either Thursday onwards. Better you take an access from Monday onwards, so that you will be having benefit of these 5 days. Okay, so if no questions, we'll close this session today and we'll continue from tomorrow with the understanding of ticketing tools and starting of the configuration. Okay, clear guys? If no questions,
Yes,
can
sir.
we end today's session?
Yes,
Okay.
we can wind up.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Let me stop recording.